Tomorrow, we could get a decision on what's next in the battle over District 9 when Republican congressional candidate Mark Harris will get his day in court. His legal team will ask a judge to settle the matter. That hearing comes more than 2 months after Election Day. We know Harris beat his Democratic challenger Dan McCready by 900 votes. But there are some serious questions surrounding absentee ballots in 2 counties. NBC Charlotte's Tanya Mendez has been following the story for months. Tanya, the election fraud investigation is still ongoing. What kind of impact could this have on the investigation?
Well, if a judge decides to rule in Mark Harris's favor, it would stop that investigation dead in its tracks, which is why we heard final pleas from both sides today. In just a few hours, the fate of an election clouded by controversy will rest in the hands of a judge. People on both sides of the aisle are making their pitch.
We've now gone on 7-some weeks without certification of this race.
It is shameful that they, today of all days, chose to push this fantasy that Mark Harris should be allowed to steal his congressional seat.
Republican Mark Harris led by just over 900 votes, but the State Board of Elections has refused to certify the District 9 race amid reports of possible widespread election tampering and vote theft. And there's a deep divide on whether that investigation has any merit.
And there's no evidence to show that this race has ever been in doubt.
They are obstructing justice and trying to sweep under the rug systematic election fraud.
A decision could come as soon as tomorrow. Democrats don't see how a judge could side with Harris.
It is deeply unsettling that North Carolina Republicans are honoring Dr. King's legacy by pushing a false narrative that centers on keeping some of our most vulnerable communities silent.
But leaders in the District 9 Republican stronghold of Union County believe it's their voice that's being silenced.
And the action of our voters has to mean something. 87,000 votes in Union County has to mean something. They can't just be erased when there is no evidence justifying to do so.
So this is the document at the center of it all, the one that the judge is now considering. So what happens next? What happens if he rules in this case? Well, ultimately, there could still be a criminal investigation that's ongoing. That one would not be stopped. And there's also the matter of what happens with Congress, because there are a number of people in Congress who have gone on record saying they will not seat Harris based on everything that's happened. We'll see what happens. We will be there live in Raleigh tomorrow, bringing you updates. Reporting live, I'm Tanya Mendez, NBC Charlotte.
All right, we will see what happens. Tanya, thank you for that report.